John Legend comes out in support of Trump winning a Nobel Prize. But there's a caveat before you judge this, okay? Here it is.
And guess what? Believe it or not, I want you to do this. I want this Peace Prize for you so badly. I want this for us, for all of us. Hear me out, y'all. If Trump is able to actually earn the Peace Prize, it probably won't be enough that he's helped bring peace to the Middle East. Let's look at what else he would have to do. He'd have to stop sending Black Hawk helicopters to terrorize people while they sleep in their apartment buildings in Chicago. Yes, the so-called peace president who's ending wars around the world would also have to stop declaring war on the American people. He'd have to stop all this authoritarian dictator, all the fascist, all the inhumane he's been trying to do. So guys, for the sake of this country and all of humanity, we should all really, really want Donald J. Trump to earn a Nobel Peace Prize.
Context matters, doesn't it? All right, put it a full mass in a tongue-in-cheek manner. John Legend, dressed in a brown robe, encouraged Trump to not lose hope that one day he may be able to become the recipient of that cherished gold medal. Fans actually applauded Mr. Legend's message, quote, "I know some good sarcastic shade when I hear it. Don't let it go over your head," end quote, read one reaction. Another, quote, "Reverse psychology, love it," wrote a second person. A third user typed, "Well said, John." And a fourth person said, "He'll never get it because he won't stop doing any of those things." But you know what Trump may do? Trump may actually come out and say, "Hey, listen, I heard John Legend say that I should have a Nobel." That's all Trump heard. He heard nothing else other than, yeah, John Legend said. All right, Legend has been openly critical and unsupportive of Donald Trump. Make sure the record is clear. He has previously called out the president for his dangerous and divisive rhetoric. In 2017, Legend stated, quote, "I'm concerned about what's happening in America when it comes to race and racism," end quote, expressing disappointment with the direction he believed the country was headed under Trump's leadership. His wife, Chrissy, has also been outspoken in her criticism of Trump. 2019, after Trump publicly criticized her and Legend for their involvement in the criminal justice system, Chrissy responded online with an insulting tweet that led to widespread support from the public, forcing the White House to have it removed. Not to mention, she also admitted to hating Trump for at least a decade in one of many tweets blasting the president. Now keep in mind, Trump believes that responding to John Legend and his family is definitely appropriate and is important. But when it comes to Epstein, he is saying, Epstein who? You still talking about Epstein? Why is Epstein important? Just a reminder. So how is Trump and the peace deal going? We've been talking about this since day one. Gaza's fragile ceasefire faced its first test Sunday as Israeli forces launched a wave of deadly strikes, saying Hamas militants had killed 2 soldiers. And an Israeli security official said the transfer of aid into the territory was halted. The military later said it resumed enforcing the ceasefire, and the official confirmed that aid deliveries would resume Monday. The official spoke on condition of anonymity, because he's not authorized to discuss the issue with the media. Israel's military said militants have fired at troops in areas of Rafah city that are Israeli controlled according to the agreed upon ceasefire lines. Hamas, which continued to accuse Israel of multiple ceasefire violations, said communication with its remaining units had been cut off for months and, quote, we are not responsible for any incidents occurring in those areas. They're basically saying if this has occurred, and there's question to doubt it, but if this has occurred, these are independent factions due to fragmented communication protocols that basically are fragmented because of the war or the slaughter. Palestinians feared war would return. They don't want this. They're not combatants. Palestinians feared war would return to the famine-stricken territory where Israel cut off aid for over 2 months earlier this year, having, after ending the previous ceasefire, quote, it will be a nightmare, said Mahmoud Hashim, father of 5 from Gaza City, who appealed to the U.S. President Donald Trump and other mediators to act. Just a reminder, Israel is not at war with the Palestinians. They're just killing them, or at least that's what was happening prior to the ceasefire. Just a reminder, the average age of a Palestinian in Gaza is 19.1 years of age. These are children. Just a reminder that 60+ thousand, which is probably a low estimate, have been killed or slaughtered. So where are we? We are now at this space where Trump just held a press conference and told people, don't worry about Gaza. Don't worry about annexation. Don't worry about what we're going to do next. So it's fragile, not just because of the tensions on the ground. It's fragile because of the inadequacies of the leaders who are involved. There's more. Al-Ada Hospital said it received 24 bodies from several Israeli strikes in Nusrat and Barij camps in central Gaza. That's an airstrike on a makeshift coffee house. A makeshift coffee house in central Gaza. It killed at least 6 Palestinians. That's according to the health ministry in Gaza, part of the Hamas-run government. A strike in Bet Lahiya in the north killed 2 men, according to Shifa Hospital. They confirmed as well. So what does a hospital, in its confirmation of this, why are they getting involved? Because they are left with telling the story because reporters are getting killed or silenced by other means. So they have to now confirm directly. A coffee house. Was this a mistake or a targeted attack? Folks getting coffee becomes, fair game. You have to question, regardless of where you were on this issue prior, who's terrorizing who in this scenario? You have another strike. It hit a tent. Mawasi. This was the area of Khan Yunis. This is in the south, killing at least 4 people, including a woman and 2 children. That's according to Nasir Hospital. Where is peace? Said Khadija Abu Nofal in Khan Yunis. As hospital workers treated wounded children, she accompanied a young woman hurt by shrapnel. That sounds peaceful to you? Doesn't sound peaceful to me. That doesn't sound peaceful in the most violent neighborhood you can imagine. And they said, well, we got a ceasefire. But see, these other things are happening, That sounds peaceful to you? Believe what resonates to you on the inside and stop allowing the propaganda to control how you view a thing. The indoctrination of marketing and media and propaganda machines, that is what these individuals pay for. They pay for the weaponization of information. Information is the first expression of war. Information. The first casualty of war is truth. That's the first thing to die. We're going to continue to follow this. Very sad. And obviously, we hope for a better outcome, better future. Yasmin, thoughts here?
Yeah, there's so much going on here. I mean, first of all, when I first saw that we were covering this story, I was like, where is John Legend going with this? Because I knew that Chrissy Teigen never liked Trump, and I was pretty sure John Legend didn't either. I would have been very surprised if this had gone a different way. But yeah, like Trump is so concerned with winning a peace prize because he wants it to be part of his legacy. He's very concerned about dying all of a sudden. His health, as we know, is not in great shape. He keeps talking about whether or not he's going to get into heaven. Things are not looking great for him. Those are his words, not mine. But it's the same reason why he sticks his name on the sides of buildings, and the reason why he wants his own Arc de Triomphe or his Arc de Trump, which is, it's so dumb. Oh my God. And then he wants his East Wing ballroom that I'm sure he's going to try and call it the Trump ballroom if he hasn't said that already. He doesn't want the Peace Prize because it would mean that he helped to contribute to peace, right? He doesn't actually care about saving lives. He doesn't care about the lives of everyday people. He certainly doesn't care about the lives of everyday people in foreign countries, right? How many Palestinians have been killed in Gaza since the most recent so-called ceasefire that Trump helped to negotiate? He does not care about any of that. That's hardly even being reported in the mainstream media. He just wants the trophy, right? He even has a trophy. He got the football World Cup trophy. He has the real trophy in his office. Like, why? Who wants a trophy that they did nothing to earn? What kind of like grown man needs to have that trophy? And I think that the team that actually won the trophy, I think they have a replica of the one that's in Trump's office. Like, it's ridiculous. And everybody made fun of millennials for receiving participation trophies. I never got one, by the way, so that's good. But I don't think millennials ever asked for those trophies in the first place. My husband said that he got one for Little League one time, and he just threw it away before he even left the field, because even as a child, he understood I did nothing to earn this. So, but Trump has said that he's ended what, 7, 8, 12 wars. I don't know. The number changes every time he talks about it, but he kept repeating this prior to the Nobel Peace Prize being awarded to someone, because he was like actively campaigning for this prize. And, those numbers are highly debatable. One of the wars that he supposedly ended was between what he called Azerbaijan and Albania. Nope. Azerbaijan was never at war with Albania. So tell me, how do you end a war between two countries, something that would require intense understanding of geopolitics, so much conversation around what's going on between these two countries, a lot of interaction with the leaders of those countries? So how do you go through all of that and be so involved in that process and then not even remember which country you were talking to or about? Like, how do you confuse Albania and Armenia after everything that you supposedly would have gone through to end the war between them? But now Trump is terrorizing the Caribbean Sea with our Navy. He's threatening boots on the ground in Venezuela. He's threatening to coup the government, which is crazy, because that was always the thing. That was, nobody really admitted to that. The CIA didn't announce its coups prior to actually enacting the coups, right? But, Trump is just talking about it, and all for what? To take their oil, to kill their fishermen, which is what's happening. We don't know yet. And now he's saying that we need to start testing nukes. This is the man that wants a Nobel Prize. Fine. If he gets one, the prize means nothing. The prize loses all of its legitimacy. And it's like what you said, the truth matters. And, you can give somebody a trophy. It doesn't matter, because we know that they didn't earn it, that they did not earn it. And we know that in Trump's case, he does a lot of things. He can talk a lot about a lot of things, and people give him things for some reason. Like, I don't know if I'm just like extra petty, but I would never just give him something because he asked for it. But That's probably why I'm not in his inner circle. So.
Yeah. He doesn't care about earning things. He's not concerned with substance. This is a man that took a military medal from a war hero after a speech during his first campaign. Took it. So, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. That is him. He has not changed. He won't change. He is who he is.